Hey there, beloved Ascension pioneers. Welcome to another one of my updates. As I'm sitting here in nature, today was a day to really go out. There was a period of 3 days of darkness. Well, sometimes it happens like this, you know. We were all asking ourselves, what about the 3 days of darkness? Well, you know, this is the archetype of 3 days of darkness. You know, like when we go within, when we connect with our soul and find the darkness and find the unknown, and then we step into unity more and more, you know, as more is being revealed to us. But I made a note because there was a lot of lightnings. There were these lightning storms, and I had dreams about lightnings. I don't know, maybe I mentioned in a video or not, I don't know. I don't remember, there's so much happening. And a lot of people, when I was sharing about this, were noticing this, you know, all around the world. And Spirit was just calling me to write about it. It's a very simple writing. I took some time aside. This was yesterday. And today we have the first quarter moon, so things are becoming new again. It started, you know, started being sunny here again, and it was a new feeling. So wow, you know, we had 3 days of when I felt really busy and a bit restless, because whenever I tune into the online community, there's so many people writing and emailing and commenting. It's just, my natural energy isn't like this, you know. It's just to be with myself. I love being alone. So yeah, before talking so much more, because I could say many things right now, you know, there's many things going on, but I want to keep it simple, and I want to make this video about new cosmic triggers and activations that we're receiving. On the day when there was like these intense lightnings here, I was just guided to go out, you know. I was just seeing them, you know, lightening up the whole sky. At my working desk, I was looking at the top of the sky, and just this voice said, just go out, go out. I'm like, oh. And I used to be so scared of lightnings, but you know, now I understand their meanings and the service that they're providing, the meaning within creation, because I'm starting to remember more. I used to be so afraid of them. I remember one time in Bosnia when I was visiting the pyramids and then going all around the country. There was this experience. I was in a tent and there was a lightning, you know, striking there. It felt like it's right there. And it was so intense and so loud, and I was really just releasing through crying, I remember. But now I really feel safe, and you know, just I listened to my voice. I went out. It was pouring rain. Nobody was there. It was middle of the night. I was just standing there. There was this tiny little roof where people parked their cars. And I was just standing there. I'm like waiting. Okay, please make a performance for me, you know, because I wanted to absorb it all. Because there was one before when I was still indoors. And I felt it. I felt it throughout all my body, and I had goosebumps. I thought, wow, this one is strong. Something is really happening. And a lot of people were experiencing the same. And I told you, I just had dreams of lightnings just prior to this happening, and it was very intense. So I went out. The whole sky lit up purple and blue and pink. I was like, wow, now it's time to go. Now go back, you know. Then I went back indoors. I got my dose. And yeah, I did this writing. And on that night, I also did a reading. I said, okay, I want to ask about post the lightning period, you know, what this is about. And if you visit my Facebook page, the reading, the cards are posted there, and it is all about new creation, new birth. It's like the primordial nature that's awakening within us, and it's the activation of the new DNA strands and everything, you know, very, not just spiritual in essence, you know, some people might call this very metaphysical. And it's the way you can understand things on a deeper level about this. It's just so profound once you do. And then lightnings now have become my best friend, because I feel each time there's this deepening of what's happening on planet Earth and how we're being activated. And those who are not feeling it are just still not open to that energy. You know, you got to be open to feel it. Some people say, I don't feel anything aside from fear, you know. But, you know, when you understand what they're bringing, the energies that are coming along, it's just amazing. So I want to read you this article that I wrote. It's my automatic writing, and I was trying out some of the programs, you know, for voice recognition and for dictation on the computer. It just doesn't work. So I have a few writings that I still didn't post. I'm sorry, because there's just so much happening. I just can't do it all. You know, in the Ascension messages and the readings, and you know, you can't keep yourself too busy. It's not the way of the muse. So the thing is that I wanted to do this, you know, so the things that I'm writing, I could then, you know, just automatically read to the computer and it would type it out, but it just doesn't recognize it very well, so it doesn't work. So eventually, if something is good, I have to type it out. And okay, here it goes. This is about the energy and the purpose of lightnings. So recently there was a lot of lightnings here. I used to be afraid of them, but now I understand the deeper meaning and purpose that they serve. I'm wondering about what needs to come through about them at this time. The lightnings are the bearers of energy. They are the most powerful transformative energy in creation in a sense of how they operate. So one of the most powerful energies. They generate and cultivate the energy from all the cosmic rays, and they focus and target it directly towards Earth. The cosmic rays carry the DNA patterning codes of light, so when they are being transferred here on Earth via lightnings, which represent their release into the directed target, boom. In this case, the planet Earth and its inhabitants, they do not merely bring the proper cleansing and purification. A lot of people say, wow, everything's being purified through them. It's not just that. So this is not only about the energy purification, but also the energy of pure transformation and transfiguration, which is always directly related to the shifting DNA. New DNA always signifies the birth of something new in creation, and therefore something new on the planet and those who are aligned with the planetary consciousness within the change called Ascension. This new birth is never about something physical, but the actual DNA repatternings, that this affects the direct physical changes as well. And that is all interconnected. The level, the intensity, and the frequent nature of storms and lightnings that are generated, produced by the divine creation forces, are rising on this planet. If you haven't noticed, there's so many more lightnings and storms lately. I've noticed because I'm connected to nature. It gives me all the signs. Just because I'm observing, that's all. That's all you need to do. That is why in many places the storms are now no longer a phenomenon of the early spring and summer and so on. It depends how it is. So it is depending on a place of Earth, so the location. They are becoming an overall phenomenon throughout the entire year. They're more frequent in the evening time and at night as well, as this is when the field of these downloads is most appropriate and, of course, at peace, It is the forces of the divine and the assistance of the elemental forces that bring birth, so that birth those into existence. When the lightning hits the ground by breaking through the atmosphere, it activates the planetary DNA meridians, and then these energy waves travel through the entire energetic grid, affecting the inhabitants as well. And someone told me as well that, there's a lot of mushrooms growing now after the rain, and someone said, where the lightning strikes, there's a lot of mushrooms then, and yeah, abundance, activation of new life. Mushrooms always represented abundance and new life and transformation too. Yeah, we're just gonna go pick some mushrooms now. So it is only those who are highly attuned that are able to tune into and feel the energy downloads of lightnings exactly at the time of their appearance. They affect the light body, of course, and then these shifts start downloading through other layers, penetrating all the way down until they reach the physical body. Receiving directly from the lightning is not possible, at this time, in this way. What happens if somebody gets struck by lightning? There's rare cases of survival. It depends, So, because the individual and the physical body could not take it at this time. There's so much energy that your body that's physical and the level of the light cells awaken, it's not yet ready. So that is why most who are struck by lightning, this is funny because it sounds funny, would not make it. So they don't survive in a sense. There's rare cases. Those who are more highly attuned to their light body frequency would survive, and this intense download would then act as a huge change in their physical life. It is often so in the cases of those who were struck by lightning and managed to survive, those rare cases. Of course, this was always a result of soul-based choice, as always. So now something about the more metaphysical, what they bring. And I've been writing about that lightnings are a powerful activators of change and transformation. It is their color that usually signifies what kind of energy is being anchored on the planet. You see different colors. And they are always interchanging with the solar activity. I've just recently saw this. It was like I was guided to see that after, I've been writing this. That, the solar intensity is at the maximum at this time, and then, it stops, so there's not so much recent solar activity, and then the cosmic rays outbursts are more intense, so it's kind of like all greatly balanced. And there was this graph showing this correlation, I think, that they were actually starting to prove this correlation. So they're interchanging with the solar activity, and that is why the recent discoveries and observations show this correlation between both. This is what it is saying now. The solar flares activate us, so they open us up to activate our light body, while the stream of cosmic rays changes our DNA structure. So you need the opening so that you start receiving, it's natural. So this kind of works hand in hand. That's why they're interchanging, That's why we have the solar frequency that is intensified. It's working to open us up and activate us on a new level. Then it's in burst of rays. It's really simple. We don't have to have all those discussions and researches. Okay, for the people who are still receiving the information through the mind, they want everything proved and written on paper, like black or white. It's just we have to understand this is very simple how nature and creation works. So it is all growth, it is all rebirth, and it is all about the evolution. So this is how we're evolving in a huge sense. Okay, so this new birth we're into, it's very intense, but also it's very beautiful. I've been posting about the signs of new life, on my Facebook page. We're still in this body, we're still having challenges, but the way we respond to them is different. And before ending this video, I want to also share that a few things, that are happening with me, and the things I want to share right now. I've been changing some of the things in regards to my personal services. The Ascension messages can now also come in addition to spirit guidance. I'm describing this on my Facebook page. Please check that out, because I don't want to repeat it here again in the video. It's, not to advertise it. It's just for those who are guided, if you happen to be one of them. I used to do that together, both in one, but there was too much confirmation coming through, and I just couldn't, So you can check that out. I'm going to change my services page on my webpage as well. And Ascension messages are going to be either delivered only via Ascension message or additional spirit guidance, which will be, different energy exchange. And, that's it. Also, I would like to give those who are donating to Ascension Pioneers, there's a few, and, I just want to donate back. I already do this, what I'm sharing. But, I usually do these light activations via video, and I record them outside. It's not such a proper sound, or, I just want to make it an audio file, like this beautiful light activation for our new lives. We're really, mastering this level, this cycle, and really stepping into new lives. I'm going to do that. I'm going to share the link with those, I'm going to do an download link. I'm going to share it with those who have donated this month, or who are still going to donate this month, $11 for this or more for this light activation if you're going to be guided. I just really want to do that. And also those who have been asking for Ascension messages as well this month, okay? It's kind of too much to send it to everybody who has ever requested it, ever donated, because then I would just be doing that all the time. It's just too much. And I really am being called to be outside now. It's just so needed right now, with all the energies that are happening in the shift, It's just really, really intense, but beautiful. So I want to say this has shifted. This is what I want to give as well, because it's my birthday week is coming, my birthday weekend, yeah. And it's kind of like I want to give something in return, like I already do, I share freely with everyone, and I just wanted to kind of give this bit of bonus, and I wanted to do something because I was guided to record an audio light activation for a while now, but I didn't have a chance to do it with all other things shifting in my life. Just didn't have any time. So, it's going to be a very profound one, because, I'm working with the realms of truth, so this will really be kind of like a seal to activate, and this is it. This is for the people who are just really wanting this ascension process. We're really focused on that. And on this note, I also want to share something else. I'm noticing that some people who are commenting on my writings are really using the too much personal approach, kind of asking me, are you gonna, I don't know, you're gonna burn firewood, are you gonna do this now, what are you gonna do, can you please take photos of your sacred space? And this is, beloveds, this is not a reality TV show I'm doing, okay? There's a few people who share this way, they're sharing in a very intimate way that I always say, some things are just between you and source, okay? I share what I share because I'm guided to through spirit. My path is always about devotion, and my work for me is sacred. And when people do that, and when they write you, oh, it would be so good if you would be a mommy, if you would be this and that, and like, they're not respecting my sacred space. I'm not doing this to you. I'm not commenting on anyone's pages. I'm not sharing my opinions. And people who are still asking me, why don't you have comments on your YouTube channel? Because, Ascension Guides, we're here doing different things. We're not here about discussion and commenting. It's not opinions. It's source work flowing through us. And we're just here to do the work we've been assigned to do, and we're doing it, and that's it. It's not about discussion. And if you ever want to comment, you can always comment on my Facebook page. You can come there, you can visit the post I'm sharing. That's it. That's the most I can do. That's the most that I'm really guided to do. And my work needs to flow from my heart space, how I'm guided to. And just yesterday I was reading this beautiful blog from Gabriella Hartwell. And she was writing, and she said, this last sentence really got me. She said, you know, boy, and let me tell you, people are going to try to sway you into their own opinions and projections and their path, but you have to do, you know, how you're guided to do things. You just got to stick to your truth. With all the respect, but with compassion, it just needs to flow through your integrity. And my path was always this way, so please, I'm not going to respond to those kind of comments anymore, because I feel my time, my devotion is precious. And I really, sometimes I feel how I'm being swayed off the path, and I just want to go straight. You know, the soul is saying to this, you know, be focused, be focused. I need a lot of focus right now. So if I'm not always replying to emails that are sharing, oh, Polona, you should see this, or you should see that, or blah, blah. It's just, you know, I'm happy when people are sharing their experiences, but I'm really not so much excited when people are making something that is sacred, that is purposeful, and they're making it something very personal and kind of like a reality TV show. And there's a lot of other channels who are presenting things like this way, and groups, and you know, I see this in a way that people want something in this direction, and they're kind of hitting their head against the wall. And there's many other choices elsewhere, you know, like just see, broaden your view. Maybe you can comment here, maybe you can see this or that. But don't be stubborn. Don't want to hear if this is not the place to be. So my channel is as it is. It's neutral, it's just what it is, and it's coming from my own authentic soul guidance. So please, with all the respect. And because my birthday weekend is coming, I really, again, want to say this. I don't want to be over-flooded with any, you know, superficial messages or anything. I know you all love me, I love you too, but I really want to spend my birthday alone, because all the years up until now, and I'm going to be 30 this Sunday, all the years I wanted to do something special or something. It's just expectation, and it's trivial, and it's third dimensional. It's old paradigm. In fact, you know, in the ancient cultures, when somebody had their birth return, it's a solar return. You're coming back to your cycle, and you're beginning a new one. And the initiate was always guided to go within and to retreat, and this is all what I want. I want to be with my mountains, I want to be in nature, I want to have a break for a weekend. That's it. I'm going to create this for myself. So these are the updates for me. I know that people who really focused on their personal ascension path understand me, and that there's those who don't. And it's okay, you know, you don't have to understand it. We can only understand as much as we're always ready to embrace and ready to activate within our own awareness. So, but do respect that this is the path that I'm walking, and it is not personal. Sometimes, you know, I share examples, personal experiences, but they're about experiences. They're not trivial. They're to show you through my own example. They're not to be analyzed, you know, or, oh, what kind of shirt I'm wearing at that time or whatever. It's just trivial. You know, people, we need depth. This planet needs depth. Enough of the superficial. I'm just not engaging in that anymore. It's trivial. Nature has so much more to offer, so I'm going to try to go see if there's some mushrooms. I greet you all with so much love, and you know that love is expressing itself in a very authentic, neutral way, and that's why I felt really guided to say those words. It's not personal, guys. I love you all. I just need to walk my path. So I love you so much. You know, hope you're enjoying the shifts as well. The storms are really intense, but be sure that lightnings are triggering a lot of things, and there's much going on in the background that we're not always seeing, but it's happening. And the most sensitive ones of us are really feeling it as well. So do take care, and I'll talk to you soon.